Hello. Hi and welcome. It's Tuesday, I believe. Hard to keep track of the days at the moment. I believe it's Tuesday. It's 2 o'clock, so we're going to be doing our circuits and HIIT training today. HIIT's high intensity interval training. The idea that we work quite hard for short periods of time. Slight change today. Hopefully you picked up the little broadcast I put out at half 12, just explaining that we're doing things slightly differently today. Still got people saying it's too hard for them to do, so I'm going to do one today that's got enough variations to work for absolutely everybody. I've turned the camera around the other way today to get a better quality picture. I didn't think it was that great yesterday when we were doing tennis, so I can't see who's coming on and watching or commenting, so apologies for that if you think I'm ignoring you. But all I can see today is the back of the camera. But I've had some less fit and more elderly people express an interest and say they can't do it. So everything we do today is going to be with the use of a chair. So if you haven't got one, go away and scurry away and get one. It needs to be something that is not going to just crash and fold. So not a little picnic chair, something that will actually take your weight and be able to move around. This is quite a solid wooden chair, so it's a decent weight, and that will help me push myself a little bit on some of the exercises. The heavier chair, the more you're going to have to work. Although if you're doing the easiest variations of these exercises, you're not going to be lifting it hardly at all. Okay, so you need a bit of space and a chair, and also consider the space above you, that there's room for you to not smack your head on lights or on the ceiling, or smack the chair into lights or ceiling. Okay, so we're going to start with the warm-up in a moment. Hopefully you've got your space sorted out and a chair. The only other thing you might like to get hold of is some water. So, I don't know if you want to push that door too, honey, because we can hear the kettle. Okay, so we're going to start with a gentle warm-up. So we're just going to start moving our feet. Uncle Andrew, I hope you're there. One day maybe my father will join in. He says he can't do it, but I'm sure we could do this for Dad and Peggy and some of the more younger children watching. But anybody else from sort of year 9 upwards can easily cope with this. Each of the exercises we're going to do, I'm going to show 3 variations, an easy, a medium and a hard, and you can pick and choose. And if it becomes too difficult, you can downgrade and do an easier version. If the easy version is too hard from you, then just jog on the spot or have a rest until you feel you can go again. We're going to be doing 3 complete sets of 9 exercises. And again, if you've done nothing for months or years, I would just maybe do 1 set today and see how it goes. And you can always download this and look at it later and have another go at it later in the week and build it up. So we're going to start getting our arms in going now. I've really enjoyed watching some of Mike Physio Davis doing some of his exercises in his wake and shake. I haven't quite got the same hip movement as you, Mike. So I'm gradually building up my knee height. Trying to work out what my wife is doing, just staring from the background, other than trying to make me feel uncomfortable. So let's get those arms going up higher now. So just going to start bringing them down and up. Start loosening up those shoulders. And just out to the sides, we're going to twist them up and down, down and up. Get some twists going in the elbows and shoulders. Keeping those feet moving. And some circles. Circling forwards. I'm circling backwards. And I'm going to do some big hugs. Starting off gently, and then gradually I can just put a little bit of force into flinging my arms across the front of me and giving you all a virtual hug. Okay, we're just going to bring our feet still for a moment, shoulder width apart, and we're just going to start gently getting some twists going into that lower back and obliques. Start off nice and gently, don't fling yourself around, try not to let momentum fly you around, just nice and controlled as far as you can go. And now we're just going to try the same over to the side. So 1, 2, 3 to one side, 1, 2, 3 to the other side, 1, 2, 3 to one side, 1, 2, 3 to the other side. Arms out to the side. I'm just going to see if I can twist down towards that foot and back up into the middle. See if I can twist down towards that foot, back into the middle. If you can only go a little way, that is fine. If you can go the whole way down towards the toes, that is fine. Gently, gently, don't force it. Couple more of those. There we go. So we're just going to bring the chair back. First use of the chair today, and the first one we're going to do is holding onto the chair in front of you, standing on one leg, just getting one leg moving side to side. We're going to open up that groin. There we go. Just let the weight of the foot, the weight of your leg, swing across a little bit further each time. Just get that groin opening out. Other foot. Make sure you're not going to kick anything. That's it. Well done. And now on the side of the chair, I'm just going to get that one leg, the leg closest to the chair, to just swing forwards and backwards. If you can only swing it a little bit, that is absolutely fine. Others of you can hold your hand out in front of you and see if you can kick your hand and see how high you can get your hand and still kick it. And now it's loosening up a little bit. I'm going to try and give it a little bit more welly. Really try and get that hip opening up. There we go. I'm going to swap over to the other foot. Obviously, you don't need to. You can just turn around. Just going to get that other leg going. There we are. 3, 2, 1. And rest. We're going to finish off our warm-up with some star jumps. So we're going to be doing some quite vigorous star jumps. If that's too hard for you, just go back to walking on the spot or jogging on the spot just for 30 seconds. Here we go to finish off our warm-up. Don't forget to breathe. Well done. Okay, that's our warm-up finished. I'm going to show you each of the exercises. We can have a little go at it to complete our warm-up, and also for you to decide which one you think you're going to stick to as we do the exercises. But as I say, I'll be showing reminders, and you can always go for a harder one or go for an easier one or take a rest if you absolutely have to. So we're going to start with the upper body. We get a nice strong position leaned over, holding the chair, and I'm just going to be lifting the chair up from the floor to chest. Wherever you can get a grip on your chair is absolutely fine. Wherever it's easiest for you. I see chairs have got different places, but we're just going to be doing the row. But the key thing to look at here is that my back is nice and strong, straight, or indeed curved slightly upwards. Don't haunch over it. You need to have your shoulders up, your head up, and the only thing moving is my arms. So that's the easy version. The medium version is to just bring it up much higher. So we're going to bring it up to chest high. So I'm standing taller and I'm just bringing the chair up from the floor up to chest height. Hardest version is to take it and lift it all the way up above your head, making sure that you haven't smashed the ceiling light or the ceiling. So all the way from the floor up and then a push above your head. So that's the first exercise. You can decide if you want to go for easy, medium, hard. Next one we're going to do is an abs exercise. Now, the easiest version is going to be going from a position with your, I hope you can still see my head, might have to move a bit further back. Okay, so back on the floor, legs at right angles. I'm just going to tap the chair and bring it back up. Tap the chair, bring it up. So I'm just doing little taps on the chair. That's our easiest version. Next hardest, the medium, is no chair, right angles, just touching the floor, just tapping the floor, and you can see that all the movement is coming from the hip. I'm not bending my knees at all, just a little tap, little tap, little tap, little tap. Hardest version is to bring in the chair. You'll need to be reasonably close to the chair, but I'm going to tap to one side, tap to the other side. So I'm going over the chair each time to do my taps. Okay, so that's exercise number 2. Hope you've had a little go at it, decided which one you're going to start on first. Next exercise is for legs. Easiest version, hold on to the back of your chair and just see if we can get some little squats going. If you can only bend a little bit, that is absolutely fine. You can get right the way down, even better, as deep as you can go. Middle, medium, is to go seating to standing without holding on to the chair at all. And the shortest period of time your bottom can touch the chair, the better. So as soon as you feel it touching the chair, up you come. That would be brilliant. Hardest version is we're going to add a jump into that sequence. So I'm going to touch the chair, jump, touch the chair, jump, touch the chair, jump. Okay, have a little go at that, decide which one is best for you. Fourth exercise, upper body. Easiest version, leaning on the back of your chair and just lowering yourself towards it and pushing away. Now this is why I said make sure you've got a chair that is a little bit sturdy. Please don't come to me with any bills saying you've snapped your chair. If your chair isn't strong enough for that, don't do it. If your chair is strong and stable, you can go from a little bit further away. If you want to make it easier, stand much closer. Closer to the chair you are, the easier it will be. Medium. Hands on the seat, and we're doing press ups against the seat of the chair. Hardest version will be feet on the chair and press ups. And that is going to be the hardest exercise of the day by far. Doing that for the full 25 seconds will be quite a challenge. You might be able to find some middle ground depending on your chair. You might find something that you can put your feet on that's not quite as high. The higher your feet are, the more difficult this can be. If press-ups against the chair with your hands is too easy and with your feet elevated is too hard, you could of course just go to normal press-ups on the floor. So, fifth of the 6 exercise. It's another exercise for our abs and our tummies. Easiest, just going to lift our knees up as high as we can and tap them again on the floor. Okay? Medium is to hold onto the chair again and tap. Find somewhere to hold on, so I think it might be easy to hold them behind, but to tap to left and to right. Left and to right. Have a go at either of those, see which is better for you. The hardest version. Now there is a slight risk here of falling off your chair, so make sure you're not too close to anything, or the TV or anything else. And you might want to hold onto the chair for support, but it's to come up onto a V set, and we're going to straighten out and crunch. So we're straightening out and crunching, and if you can do it without holding onto the chair at all, even better. That's quite a hard one. Last one then, legs. Easiest version, we're going to stick with the same squats you did before. So easiest version is just to go back to those squats. Middle, we're going to do some side lunges. So we're going to step out to the side and bend that leg, step out to the side, bend that leg. Try and get as low as you can each time. As low as you can each time. Hardest version, we're going to do step up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Okay, if you're not going to hit your head on any lights, up, and that step needs to go a little bit further across on the seat, so there's space for the other foot to come up. So it's up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, as quick as you can. Mind you, don't kick your chair over. You can always hold onto the chair for support. That is absolutely fine. So those are our 6 exercises. We're going to be going through those. 25 seconds work, 15 seconds rest, then we'll have a rest for a minute, then we'll do it again, then we'll have a rest for a minute, then we'll do it again, then we'll do a cool down. So check your chair is sorted, make sure you've got some water, and we're going to start in... Oh no, not now. We're going to start in about 20 seconds. Everyone okay? I'll have a look and see if anyone's actually watching or I'm just talking to myself. One person viewing at the moment. Gillian, is that you? Or is it Hayley? No, I'm now talking to the camera, but now getting Hayley coming, replying from the kitchen. They don't get this in Hollywood, you know. Or is it Uncle Andrew? Has Uncle Andrew actually got on? We'll see. Right, so starting in 10, we're going to go with that first upper body. Easiest, medium, hardest. Are we ready? Starting in 10. So I'm going to go for the hardest version, but you pick the one you want to go for, starting in 3. Go. 25 seconds. Just do as many as you can. If you find it's too hard, go down to an easier version. Even if that's too easy, you might just revert, if your chair's too light, and just do shoulder presses for the 30 seconds. Well done. Next exercise is that toe touch. So I'm going to be going for the toe touch either side. Easiest version is just to tap the chair. Middle version was to take the chair away completely and just do those tabletop touches on the floor. Key here is that the only thing that should be moving is the hips. Oh, I need to concentrate a bit harder so I stop kicking the chair. 2, 1, rest. We're on to our legs. So easiest version is to do a standing squat behind the chair. Middle is to do lots of sitting and standing. Hardest is to do sitting and a jump, and we're off. Well done. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5. And rest. Well done. Next one's the upper. It's that bench press up type activity. So the easiest is just to be pushing against the back of the chair. Medium is to do a press up with your hands on the chair. Hardest version is this one. I'm sure you can hear me puffing. This is hard. And I can't see, 10 seconds. Can't see the clock either. Oh dear. I'm not sure I'll be doing this 3 times. Oh, well done. Okay, we're on to abs. Easiest version. Medium. Or the hardest version is to come into those V-sit extensions. Well done. Don't fall off your chair. 10 seconds. Already really feeling that in my thighs as well as my abs. And rest. Well done. So last lower upper lower body exercise. Easy version is just to do our squat. Medium version, to do some nice big side steps. Harder version, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. As fast as you can. Whoop. That's one for the bloopers reel. Hold on to the chair if you need to. Well done. That's one set done. That's one set done. Some of those are quite hard, some of them are quite easy. I'm thinking about what to do next time. Probably not going to go for the press ups with my feet on the chair. It's really quite hard. Don't go. That's just the end of our first rest period. Well done, unless I've missed something out. Oh, that's because that's set for 9 exercises. Just the 6 in today. So we're on our minute's rest. Then we're going to have a go at those 6 exercises again. That's because my time is set up for 9 exercises. Okay, so each of these sets is just 5 minutes long. But bear in mind that's 25 seconds work, 15 seconds rest. That's really not that much work time. You can really build up the work through this high intensity work. And it's great for keeping your metabolism going for the next 24, 36 hours. So, sip of water. Hope you're okay. If any were too easy, think about making it that little bit harder. And even if you try doing it a bit harder and then if you find it's just too much for you, you can always just go back to the easier one. Worst case scenario, have a rest, join in when you feel able to. Starting again in 15 seconds. 15 seconds. And we're doing that upper body. Easiest version is to grab it anywhere you can and we're going to row with it. Next hardest version is to bring it up, lift it up to chest high and we're off. Hardest version is to press it above your head. And actually that's much easier for me to get a grip on it. From there I'm just going to move so I'm not bashing those on the ceiling. Well done, 8 seconds to go. Beverly, you wanted one you could do at home nice and easy. This is the one for you. Middle, we're doing those toe taps. Toe taps. Easiest version. Middle version. Or hardest version is toes either side. So we add that twist, get your glutes working as well as the lower abs. Doing that toe tap. Lots of lower abs in this one today. Let me know how you find it. It's great to get some feedback. Right, legs. Either doing those squats behind, or just sitting and standing, or the sitting and jumping. So I'm sure most of you can easily be doing that sitting and standing. That's absolutely great. if you can, add some sort of jump when you get up, unless you are 79 or 84, in which case cling onto the back of that chair and just see if you can do some nice gentle squats. Okay, we're up to the press ups again now. So I do like a challenge. I'm going to go for it again, see if I can keep going for 25 seconds, but I'm going to have to pace myself a little bit. It's going to be hard. Here we go. So, whichever you feel able, just leaning on the back of the chair. Oh, it's not going to go slow and I'm going to fly like a rocket. Just going to slow it down a bit, otherwise I'm not going to make 25 seconds. But here you go. And this is what you could do. Oh, that's got too hard. You can just swap to an easier version if you need to. So if you're watching this later, or you're doing it a second time this week, you can change mid-set. Next exercise, back to the middle. So it's either how high can I lift my toes, or you can do side to side, or you can do the hardest version. Well done, 10 seconds to go. Well done. Last one then, legs again. Easiest version, doing some squats behind the chair. Or we could do our lunges to the side, or we can do our step ups. So I'm going for step ups again. So it's up, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Well done. Just coming up at the 10-second mark. Five seconds, and that's the end of our second set. There we go, super short this. 15 minutes of the actual working. We're on a rest period now. So try not to lie on the floor. Try not to sit down if you can help it. Stay on your feet. If you can keep your feet moving a little bit, that is great. Have a little bit of water. Let's have a look. Jill's watching. Hi Jill, I hope you're doing the hardest versions of everything. And because I've turned the phone round, I can only actually see I can't see the bottom of the screen, so I can't see what people are writing. So athletes like Jill will be picking the hardest version of everything all the way through and really blasting and challenging herself. Other people will just be going for the very easiest setting and just taking their time and making sure they're still able to walk tomorrow. So we're starting on our final set in 15 seconds. Are we ready? 15 seconds starts now, and we'll be going into that upper body. Either a bent over row, or a lift, or a lift and press. I'm going for lift and press. Hardest version you can do. A lot will depend upon the weight of the chair. If your chair is really light, you might just want to shoulder press for the whole 25 seconds if the others are too easy. If not, I can get a much better angle like that, which I tried that earlier on. Whichever version you want to do is absolutely great. So we're doing those toe taps. Easiest version. Middle version. Hardest version. Well done. I can't see the clock. The light's on it. Keep going. Don't forget to breathe. Try and get some rhythm going. Get some puffing going. Try and breathe in time with the exercise. Well done. So, legs, either squatting behind or sitting and standing or standing or sitting on the chair and jumping. So I'm going to go for the sit and jump. So touching my bottom straight up. So as soon as my bottom touches the seat, it's as if you've sat on a drawing pin. Who remembers those days in school when the class comedian slide a pin underneath you as you're about to sit down? I'm sure those sort of things don't happen these days. Definitely not something I would have partaken in. Well done. On to our last three. So it's a press up of any description. Easiest, just against the back. If not, press up on the seat. Hardest version, feet on the chair. I keep forgetting the mic is pretty close to my mouth. I should try not to huff and puff quite so much. I'm really pleased with the new mic. Yesterday, working outside, it was really windy and it was absolutely crystal clear. So really pleased with that. Okay, that's the last upper body. Last abs one then. Easiest version. And go. Or we can do to one side and the other. That's our medium version. Or into a full V-sit. The further back you dare to lean, the harder it is. 5 seconds. That is a killer, and I haven't even done it for the whole 25 seconds. Well done. Last one, lowers, legs again. So, easy version, just to do some squatting behind the chair. Middle version, side lunges. Nice big step, nice and low. So that leg is having to really work to push you back up all on its own. Harder version is to do our step up, up, down, down. Well done. That is workout complete. Don't dash off. We're going to do a really short cool down. So on your feet if you're not already. Let's just have a little bit of a walk.
Congratulations, your workout is complete.
Well done if you joined in today. Similarly, these will be up for the indefinite future. There's a whole bank of them going on the website. The website is largely to do with getting school children engaged, but we're well aware that this is going to be available for adults as well and parents. This is a workout you could easily do with your children, particularly on a rainy day when you want to be and you can't get outside. But there's a whole bank of them on the website. Similarly, they're on the YouTube channel, and there's links to those from Facebook. So feel free to come back and have another go another time, or if you think that was too easy, I preferred last week's exercise, last week's routine, have a go at that. Any ideas? Anything you think you want to see more or less of? Please let me know. Keep those feet moving. We're just going to get a really gentle sort of boxer shuffle going, just to get some of that oxygenated blood moving through those legs, so we're not feeling too stiff tomorrow, particularly if you've not done much exercise for a while. Well done. So we're going to do a couple of little stretches. So, got the chair here, might as well use it. I'm going to stretch out those quads, hold on to the chair. Just going to pull that heel into my bum. You want to hold these stretches for a good 10 seconds each. Gives the muscles and connective tissue a time just to relax. When you start stretching a muscle, there's sensors in there which warns you you're about to have your muscle torn. So they tense up the muscle to stop it getting damaged and to resist. And you've got to fool those for a few minutes. So if you hold it for a few seconds, they sort of relax a little bit and you can just get a little bit more of a stretch on. So whatever you do, even if you're doing a couple of stretches after you've worked out, Just make sure you hold them for a decent 10 seconds. It's warm in here today. We've gone from one day having to have all the fans on because it's too hot, the next day having to have heaters on because it's cold, and hopefully it's picking up again later this week. It's already pretty warm in here. Well done. We'll do a couple of hamstring stretches. So feet a comfortable distance apart and just slowly work your fingers down, crawling down your leg. Don't bounce up and down. Don't bounce up and down. Just hold it as far as they'll go. Big breath out. Drop your head down. Can you go any further? And hold, and hold, and hold. Well done. Shake it out. Obviously, if you take these stretches and they start hurting you, you've gone too far, just come back a little bit or shake it out and go again. So down we go one more time, gently, gently, gently. Gosh, you can see there, I can already go quite a bit further than that first stretch. I'm down to my second knuckle on the floor, which is pretty good for an old boy. Well done. We're just going to stretch off our trunk because we did quite a bit of twisting today. So hands up in front, and we're just going to twist round as far as we can go. How far around can you see without moving your feet? Can you go any further? Any further? Any further? Well done. And the other way. How far around without moving your feet? And back to the first side one last time. Well done. Last one. Well done, guys. Make sure you have plenty of water. Thank you very much if you've watched. Love to see any comments, any shares would be great. Have a great week. Tomorrow it's 2 o'clock, Foundation, Key Stage 1. We're doing some little challenges, little games for the little ones. And then back to next week. Monday is PE for Key Stage 2 and 3. Tuesday is circuits. Wednesday's little ones again. Take care, everyone. Hope to see you soon. Bye.